You know, this question keeps coming back no matter what the market is doing. Do I buy Bitcoin now or do I wait? And the honest answer? Stop trying to time it. Because the better move is to use a system, something like dollar cost averaging, and even better, a reoccurring buy that runs automatically in the background. That's what keeps you consistent, whether the market is going up, down, or sideways. And I know that might not sound exciting, but that's right there is where most people go wrong. Because think about it, when Bitcoin is going up, everything is green. People feel late, like they missed it. But when Bitcoin drops, those same people feel stupid for even thinking about buying. Now it's fear. Now it's hesitations. So what happened? They do nothing. They sit in this loop. Green candles create regret. Red candles create fear. And both leads to the same outcome. No action. And honestly, the more I looked at it, the more I'm convinced people don't fail Bitcoin. They fail the way they make decisions around it because Bitcoin is volatile. It's move fast. It can drop 20%, 30%, even 40% without warning. And when that happens, your mind starts racing. Did I just mess up? Did I miss my chance? That's emotional swings. That's where most people lose because they bound between two extremes, waiting forever for the perfect moment or rushing in when emotions take over. And somehow, both usually happen at the wrong time. So you end up stuck, second guessing everything. And if that pattern continues, it becomes almost possible to build anything meaningful because building a position requires consistency, not emotional reactions. And that's where the shift happens. You stop asking, when should I buy? And start asking better questions. What systems can I follow that keeps me in the game? And that's where dollars cost averaging comes in. Not because it's exciting, but because it removes the emotional chaos. You're not guessing. You're not reacting. You're just showing up consistently. And if you want to take this even further, that's where the recurring buying becomes powerful because now you're not relying on discipline. It's automated. Most exchanges make this simple. There's usually a button there that lets you set up a recurring buy, daily, weekly, monthly, whatever works for you. Once it sets, it just runs. And that's the difference. You're no longer someone trying to invest. You're someone who is investing, no matter what the market is doing. Now, stepping back for a second, this isn't just about how you buy Bitcoin. It's about why you would own it at all. Because deep down, most people already know something is off. Cash doesn't hold value over time. You can hold it short term, but over a lifetime, it slowly loses purchasing power. And that's by design. More money gets created and the values of what you're holding get diluted. That's why people invest, not just to grow wealth, but to avoid falling behind. Then you hear the usual advice. Diversify. Spread your money across different assets. And whilst that sounds smart, a lot of people do it because they are unsure. They are spreading risk, not necessarily building conviction. But when you look at how wealth is often built, it usually comes from focus. People choose something that they understand, something they believe in, and they stick with it. And this is where Bitcoin stand out because instead of something that loses values over time, it's something that fixed. There will only ever be 21 million Bitcoins. That's it. No one can create more. No one can change it. And that's something we never really had before. Even gold can increase in supplies over time. But Bitcoin, it's capped it permanently. And when you combine fixed supplies with growing demand, that's what creates long-term pressure. That's what creates scarcity, which is why even small amounts matter. You don't need one full Bitcoin. You're stacking smaller pieces, and over time, those pieces adds up. So the question shifts. It's no longer, should I buy now or wait? It becomes, am I building something or just reacting? Because if you're reacting, you always feel early, late, or wrong. But if you're building, you're just moving forward. Nobody knows the exact bottoms or top, but the people who stay consistent and understanding what they hold tends to come out ahead. So if you're stuck between buying and waiting, Maybe the answer isn't timing at all. Maybe it's choosing a process that removes the needs for timing. Something simple, something repeatable, something you can stick with. Because in the end, it's not about one decision. It's about what you do consistently over time. And when you combine consistency with something truly scarce, that's where things starts to change. All right, my friends, don't forget to hold it tight and stack it right. Take care.